Hi everybody, this is going to be a really important video. It's going to be a video about how to deal with pretty much any conflict situation or person in our lives. That's beautiful music. Love is gentleness. How to deal with anyone in our lives who is really negative and complaining and spewing all the negative energies. I made another video about this, but now I'd like to get into ways in which we can practically really actually talk and approach them. This is probably one of the biggest challenges in life, how to deal and relate to other people who are heavy and emotional, mean, challenging, controlling, heavy, etc. So how do you mix being of love and light with not being a walkover and dealing with these people so that they don't become don't walk over us? Firstly, I'd like to say it's really all about our hearts, about having an open and loving light heart, pure heart. So we talk to them, and we know when there's a time to talk to them. Go what feels right and comfortable with you. Try, if you can, talk to the person when you're rested, when they're not really grumpy and moody, if possible. But when you're not grumpy and moody, when you're when you're well rested, when you're well slept. So when you're feeling pretty good, basically, when you're feeling pretty good and you're feeling pretty light. And don't make it about, if someone's complaining or being negative and you want to ask them to stop, or point out to them the effects of their consistent or regular negativity in your life and upon you. Your goal is to help them. Your intention is to help them and to help yourself, and maybe even their friends and family, and maybe even your friends and family. But you want to help them and you want to help yourself. You want to feel good, and you want them to feel good. So you don't want to be with somebody who's very negative. So you're not trying to give out and be complaining and really mean to them. So you're going to let them know, tell them you're only saying this because you love and care for them, and you love and care for yourself, and you want the two of you to have a really nice relationship together. That you're not out to get them or to give out to them. You're not trying to blame or criticize them. You just want a nicer energy between the two of you. You want to feel good and be happier together. Everybody wants that. They can't argue with that. They want to be happier and get on well with people too. People don't want to be fighting with each other. So it's not about you coming to them to fight with them, to pick an argument. Come from a sensitive, open, kind heart that you want to help them. You want to help yourself because you love and care for you, and you love and care for them. It's not about being right. It's not about blaming them. Sometimes, depends on the situation. Sometimes you can be firm with somebody. Sometimes you've tried speaking nicely to them and it doesn't work. Maybe sometimes you might have to be a little bit firmer and more direct and tell them that it just isn't nice to hear, you know. But you don't ever have to be really harsh and mean necessarily. You don't really. You can say what you have to say and just simply be honest and truthful. And tell them how you feel and how they help make you feel. And tell them how you like things to be in the future. Often we're afraid to speak our truth. It's really important to speak our truth. And often we don't because we're afraid of their reaction to us. They're egoic. We're afraid of hurting their feelings, but what is really hurting their feelings is their ego reaction of defense and attack. They'll start to blame. We're afraid that they might either attack us or defend themselves or blame or criticize us. And then we're possibly afraid of our own ability to handle this situation and this person. But when we speak to a person, it's really important that we don't get lost in our own ego and our own thoughts and our own emotions. So, and we don't want to get lost in our own pain body, as Eckhart Tolle would say, our own very sensitive, unhealed parts, the pain, the very sensitive trigger coming up from the past. So that you remain really centered in the present moment. Look around a little bit. So you don't have all of your attention in the conversation or on the person, okay? You want to hold some of your attention to elsewhere in the present moment. So you become aware of your body, maybe. You become aware of some things around you. You become aware of a noise or a tree, a silence, the wind, the cloud. So you become a spacious awareness. You're not totally sucked into the conversation and all of the concepts and ideas. So you want to remain centered from the heart. Okay? You want to be close to the person, by the way. You don't want to be creating distance necessarily. You're not trying to create distance. You're trying to create closeness. So you can let them know that. Say it exactly what I said. I'm not trying to create distance. I want to be your friend. I want to be friendly. I don't want us to be like fighting. I'm not trying to fight with you. I just want you to understand me, and I'd like to understand you too. But I want you to understand me, because I don't feel like I've said this properly to you in the past. How it makes me feel when you're continuously negative. If you want, if you're feeling sad or upset about this, you don't have to be firm or assertive. You can be delicate and gentle, rather than just talking to them in the normal way. You can appear sad. You can let your defense down if you want. You can appear sad and affected by their negativity, and you can just let them know you're fed up with it, like. But you're not saying it in a harsh way. You're saying it in like a wounded way almost. Like you're tired of it. You've had enough, and you're suffering, and you're sad having all of this like negativity put on you so often, and you just don't want it anymore. And you don't want them to be so negative for their own sake. This can invoke compassion and care from them, a gentleness from them, if they didn't realize that it's affecting you. Okay? So really just honor your feelings and be honest and truthful with yourself. It's okay to share. There's a million ways to communicate, and there's no right or wrong way. But I think generally the best way is from the heart. Remember, just be friends and caring, and genuinely caring for each other. To become closer and close, not distant and hurtful. So be aware, okay, of your own thoughts, your own defenses. If they happen to say something to you, be careful not to get drawn and sucked into an argument. Be aware of any rise in aggression or wanting to attack or to blame or criticize or defend. Be aware of how you feel and how they respond to you. Be aware of this moment. Try and remain calm and relaxed if you can. Present, still. You can't fail at this, by the way. That's the good news. No matter what happens, it's all okay. That's actually really good news. You're going to learn from it, and you're going to grow and expand from it, and they're going to learn and expand and grow a little bit, or a lot, or a medium amount too. So that's pretty cool. So don't worry about it. Don't have to take it too seriously. You know, presuming you're not an expert at this, and I don't know what defines an expert, to be honest. Presuming none of us are an expert, it's not gonna. There's never any perfect, really. Anyway, in any of this, just do your best. Simple as that. That's it. Do your best. And for me, my best is having a pure heart, a kind and loving heart, if possible. And so many times in the past, if I happen to have ended finished with some sort of like interaction or conversation with somebody, and I felt that I wasn't fully loving and kind and tolerant and listening, etc., then all you got to do is, it's a new moment, it's now again. Actually, it's always now, it's never not now. You can just say sorry. Hey, you could say, I meant what I said for the most part. I think you know what I mean. But I'm sorry to the fact that I got a raised voice on you. Sorry if I, sorry that wasn't too nice. Sorry if I came across as being overly critical. Or sorry if I was overly critical. Okay, I admit I was a bit critical for a while. Hey, I'm not perfect, and either are you, because you've been grumpy and negative and moody for ages. You see, you can joke about with all this stuff. You don't have to take it too seriously. So you can say sorry, but you can also like make them laugh, and then get them. This can actually make them realize, yeah, I actually have been really grumpy and negative for so long. I'm actually sorry. I didn't realize how bad it was. How bad I was. And you can always reconnect at a later date. It's never the end of the world. You don't have to be all righteous and let's see, proud, and if a communication, like a conversation or whatever, goes wrong, it's not like you can't make up for it. Not that I don't think it wasn't perfect anyway in the first place. It's all perfect, I believe. It's just, it's always now again. It's always now. You can say sorry, send a text, send an email, give them a phone call, go over to their house, write them a letter. I don't bother writing letters anymore, really, about this type of thing. Like, I'd rather just talk to the person. But sometimes they're in a different country. But you can always make up, and the intention, the idea is there. Just be from a loving heart again, and just be genuine and open and truthful. Say you were like you became a little bit mean or whatever the event was. If you feel like you need to say sorry or whatever, you overstepped the boundary. You became like started shouting at them, like you lost your cool. Yeah, you get lost in emotions and thoughts and pain, buddy. Pain from the past. That's okay. So they ain't perfect, you ain't perfect. So now's a new moment, and now you can take responsibility and like reach out. You can say sorry, you can say thanks for listening, thanks for the conversation. It's just hilarious and crazy, to be honest. I find this world like the maddest place ever. Sometimes I wonder like why I came here. But I know why I came here is to try and change the place for a better place. That's what I believe. And to continue to expand and to expand myself, to learn, grow and expand, and to help serve, and to enjoy and to experience. That's it. To learn, to grow, to expand, to help and to serve, and to experience and to enjoy. So it's a funny place though, all these people and me as a person as well. It's funny. So I hope this helped. I'm sure I forgot heaps of stuff. Sometimes I write things down on Facebook and it's just sharper and clearer, and then I try and say it and it doesn't come out properly. But it does come out properly. Everything's perfect, I believe. Proper. Nothing shouldn't be happening. I should be the way I am, and you should be the way you are. The complaining people should be the way they are. Honestly. And they should be... They can change, and that's like a should possibility too. Everything should be the way as it is, and that includes you and everyone else changing and influencing change and effect on others too. So it's all okay, just be gentle and kind to yourself and others, and forgiving and tolerant to yourself and others, and forgiving, because you ain't perfect. You grew up in a crazy, mad, unenlightened society. You did it for a reason, I believe, so no worries. Don't take it too seriously. Don't take any of these things too seriously. Don't stop to dwell on it too much. Just keep taking action is what I'd say, and keep reshaping your relationships. Keep talking. That's what I'd say. Just don't be hard on yourself, and keep trying and keep doing it, and everything's good. It's all good, and you're going to see more and more positive relationships in your life and better change, and you're going to have a lot of happy connections with people. That's what happened to me, and I don't have any like bad relationships anymore with anybody. And I've kind of like said sorry to anyone I need to say sorry to in the past. And the more empowered you get, and the more you become a better communicator, so to speak, the less troubles and commotion and drama you have. Just keep them on. Just check out your own thoughts and ego. Your own idea of being righteous and superior, better. And fear, your fears, you know, your fears and attachments, demanding and pressurizing people to be the way you want them to be. Don't forget, that's probably one of the biggest things ever. Look at your own demands of how other people should be. You can lightly from the heart want to change people, like this is what this video is about. But the opposite is true too. You can try and be demanding and forcing other people to be the way you want and the way they should be, with this heavy energy. Demanding, pressurizing, controlling, fixed and rigid, not taking no for an answer, that type of thing. That's not loving or soothing or caring or nurturing. So what's your own demands and judgments of other people? That's like the huge thing. Take responsibility for yourself now is the biggest thing. That's like the primary thing. I suppose I could have said that before. Could have, not should have. If you notice me saying that. I could have said that, but yeah, check out, just take responsibility for your own ego and your own reactions and judgments too. Okay? So it's all good. Things are the way they're supposed to be. It's perfect. I think people should be the way they should be because of all the millions of reasons which led up to this point in their life, you included. So that can help you just relax on judgment a little bit. And now you can just go forth in a bit more lightness and continue to go along with your life. Enjoy the fresh air, enjoy nature. Stretch your legs, which I should probably do now because I've been indoors a lot today. Check out the flowers, not only in my room but wherever you live. There's some apples in there somewhere. Eat a piece of fruit. Actually eat lots of fruit. It's good for you. We are fruit eaters by anatomical design, so that'll make you feel happy and cheerful like the way I am. Because you are what you eat, so I invite you to eat similar to the way I do, which is lots and lots of fruit. And I don't even eat any cooked foods for the last 6 months almost. So yeah, I've been doing well, no more apple tarts. If any of you saw my video around 6 months ago about food addiction and addiction to attachments to things, I was having apple tarts, apple pies and various other stuff. There's many reasons for that, including the house and the energy in which I was living, so so yeah, enjoy life. Don't take any of this too seriously. Don't get hung up on it, and take responsibility. But don't try too hard in anything. That's my number one spiritual piece of advice. Don't try too hard in anything. Most people are trying too hard to control everything. Don't try too hard to control your own thoughts, your emotions. Don't try too hard to be present in the moment and have a still mind. That defeats the whole purpose. When you try too hard, you get stressed. You want to be relaxed. Ease, peace. And don't try too hard to control other people. Jeepers, that's another really huge thing. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hi to Holly. You inspired me to make this video. So, it's been a nice video. I've enjoyed it. Holly Sheldon, thanks, and nice talking to you on Facebook. Thanks for your comments and sharing and input too. I always learn from people. It's nice to connect with like-minded, like-hearted other souls. Okay, well that's me finishing now, so thanks again for watching everyone. And also thanks to Angel as well for being in that conversation and sharing your thoughts and feelings. Thanks to everyone for watching. Feel welcome to subscribe. I think it's here, is it? I don't know. I'm not an expert at doing the finger pointing maneuver at the subscribe button. But yeah, if you watch it on YouTube, or if then the subscribe button should be here or something like that. Yeah, and join my channel and subscribe. It's a lovely community of like love and light energy and togetherness and beauty and celebration, open warm-heartedness, and feel welcome to share the videos too if you want, if you like the message. And what else? What else? These conkers. That's it pretty much. If you want to ask me any questions, please feel welcome to ask me any questions. And then I can make a video if you want, and leave a comment, etc. And I'll talk to you again soon. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.